Alright, so here we go. This is some more homework help. This is number 4. Again, we're graphing it. We're going through and we're finding x-intercept, y-intercept, domain, range, and the asymptote. The first thing, again, that you want to do here is you want to figure out what's our translation. Right, so we look right here. This -1 is a translation. Now, it's not attached to the x. If it looked like this, then it's telling us left or right. But it doesn't look like that. It's just attached on the outside. So that means it's telling us to go down 1. So again, I'm going to come over here, do our sketch. We know we need to go down 1, but again, we're going down 1 from 1, 0. That's our critical point here. So we're going to go over to 1, 0. That would be this point right here. Again, I'm not going to leave it. We're going to go from there. We're going to go down 1. That's going to be our critical point. Now, what we can do after that is, right when you find that translated point, let's jump to this vertical asymptote. The vertical asymptote is always, every single time, one step to the left of that, right? We translated it, our vertical asymptote, one step to the left, puts us right there on the y-axis. We do have to draw it in, so we just put a little dash line there. Again, it's an x equals, and we're on the origin, so it's x equals 0. So our vertical asymptote is done. Now, to make our graph a little more accurate, we're going to find the x-intercept and the y-intercept. To find the x-intercept, we're going to replace y with 0. So I'm going to take that equation, log base 5 of x minus 1. Where I see y, I'm going to replace it with 0. So we got log base 5 of x minus 1. We're right there. Now we want to solve this for x. So the first thing we want to do is we want to move this -1 right here. To move it, we're going to just add 1 to both sides. So we have 1 equals log base 5 of x. And now this kind of becomes like the problems we started out this unit with, where we're with this what power question, right? So we're going to say 5 to the power of 1 equals x. And we end up getting x equals 5. So that is your x-intercept. It's at 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to our graph. Our x-intercept's at 5, so we start from 0. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plot that point. 5, 0 is your x-intercept. Now the nice thing about this graph right here is since we have this asymptote, right, our asymptote's right there on the y-axis, that means there's no points on the y-axis. What that means is there's no x-intercept. There's no way that this graph is going to go through and cross through the y-axis. So we're going to say none for our y-intercept. If you plug in 0 for x, you're gonna see how it's going to become no solution there. So again, we can do our sketch. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just try your best. Something like that. We're going to be doing our domain and range. Again, domain is be going left to right, range bottom to top. So we look at how far to the left does it go. The farthest to the left it reaches is 0. Parentheses because it hits that asymptote. It then goes to the right forever. Positive infinity. Our range, and the range, hopefully you're starting to notice a pattern here. The range the lowest this point or this graph goes is negative infinity. The highest it reaches, it's going to go up forever there. So it's going to go to positive infinity. So that's going to finish up that graph and find all that information there for number 4 from the homework.